Everybody knows who Berry Gordy is. Berry is perhaps the most successful entrepreneur in music history. He started his Motown label after borrowing $800 and turned it into $61 million, over $156 million in today's dollars, after selling the label in 1988. Everybody also knows who Marvin Gaye is. He was one of the biggest stars in R&B history, charting hits in 3 different decades. Fewer people know who Anna Gordy was. She was one of Berry Gordy's sisters and was also Marvin Gaye's first wife. Even fewer people know who George Gordy was. He was the brother of both Berry and Anna. He was not known for his contribution to Motown musically, but he nonetheless plays a role in the story you're about to hear. This is the story of how Marvin Gaye got his 15-year-old niece pregnant. Marvin Gaye and Anna Gordy met at the 20 Grand Club in 1959. In that year, Anna was 37, while Marvin was only 20 years old. Despite the age difference, the couple quickly fell in love. They would date for 3 years and would marry in 1963. A lot of people speculated that Marvin married Anna because she was like a mother figure to him. Gaye dismissed that, saying that the 17-year age difference between he and Anna didn't seem so important at first. Marvin was lonely and inexperienced with women. He'd never had a girlfriend before Anna, and she truly cared for him. She was also more than happy to teach young Marvin the things he needed to know. While it may seem that Anna was taking advantage of Marvin's youth, Marvin actually had a plan when he got with Anna. He knew that there were a lot of artists ahead of him in the pecking order at Motown. He saw a relationship with Anna as a way of cutting ahead in that line that formed outside the recording studio. So they both had motives. Anna wanted Marvin, and Marvin wanted access to the king, also known as Berry Gordy, through his sister Anna. They both got their wish. When they got married, Anna was already 40, while Marvin would turn 23 later that year. Like many couples who get married, they wanted to have children. At that point, neither of them had any. While Marvin was at a prime age for getting her pregnant, Anna's age made it difficult, if not impossible, for her to have a baby. Even after what we assume were numerous attempts between the two to make it happen, it never did. What could they do if they weren't able to make a baby the old-fashioned way? Artificial insemination didn't seem to be an option they ever considered. Another potential option, having the baby via surrogate, was frowned upon at the time and was not a common thing. What to do? At this point, this story was not unlike one in the Bible, the story of Abraham and his wife, Sarah. In the Bible story, Abraham and Sarah had been married for years, but remained childless. Thinking herself too old to bear a child, Sarah gave Abraham permission to sleep with their servant Hagar. Abraham did so, and Hagar had a son named Ishmael. Sarah acted as the boy's mother, even though she was not his birth mother. Perhaps Marvin and Anna read this story at some point, perhaps not. Even if they had, they didn't have any servants they could use to make this happen. Anyway, reportedly, Anna wanted a baby that had Gordy blood running through its veins. Oh man, what to do? Then someone, presumably Anna, came up with this idea. Why not get their niece to have a baby for them? This is where George Gordy comes into the story. George had a 15-year-old daughter, Denise. All minds agreed that she would be the one to have a baby for Marvin and Anna. Okay, so apparently Denise's dad, her mom, her Aunt Anna, her Uncle Berry Gordy, and of course Marvin Gaye himself were all okay with this plan. It was fine with them that a 25-year-old Marvin was going to have sex with an underage 15-year-old teenager. Wow. The plan was set in motion. Anna even pretended to be pregnant and even gained weight to appear to be pregnant publicly. As for what happened between Marvin and Denise, we were unable to determine if all it took was one time, but whatever the case, Denise got pregnant, and Marvin Pence Gaye III was born on November 17, 1965. This was a mere 6 days. after Denise turned 16 years old. The agreement was that Marvin and Anna would take charge of baby Marvin and raise them as though he was birthed by Anna. This entire sordid affair was hidden from people, perhaps for a number of reasons, but one thing is for certain. If it became known that Marvin had sex with a minor, he could have gone to prison for statutory rape. Marvin and Anna raised baby Marvin as their own. When Marvin and Anna separated in the early 1970s, little Marvin stayed with Anna and continued to be raised by her as if she were his mother. For years, little Marvin had no idea who his birth mother was. It wasn't until he was in his teens that he even found that Marvin Gaye was his real father, not just his adopted one. Publicly, Denise Gordy admitted that she was actually little Marvin's birth mother. This wasn't until approximately 1998, but we don't know how soon before that little Marvin found out, but we assume it was many years after he was already an adult. So there you have it. The story of how Marvin Gaye had sex with his 15-year-old niece in order for his wife to have a baby, and how her parents, her Uncle Barry Gordy, Aunt Anna Gordy, and Marvin Gaye all thought it was cool for that to happen. Wow. The lengths that some people will go to get what they want. Before we go, let's kind of put a bow on this and find out where everybody wound up after all this went down. As we all know, Marvin Gaye's life was tragically cut short at age 44 when he was killed by his father. Anna Gordy will live a long life, living to be 92 years old and dying in 2014. Marvin Gaye III is now 57 years old and has a son named after his father and, of course, after himself, Marvin IV. But what happened to Denise Gordy? She went on to become an actress, appearing in small roles in her Uncle Barry Gordy's movies, Lady Sings the Blues and Mahogany. She also appeared in TV shows such as Charlie's Angels, Fantasy Island, Starsky and Hutch, as well as the movie DC Cab. She also married actor Richard Lawson, better known to many people as Beyonce's stepdaddy because he's currently married to her mother Tina. Denise and Richard were married for 10 years, and they had one daughter, Bianca, who followed in their footsteps and became an actress herself. She's perhaps best known for her roles in the movie Save the Last Dance and the TV show Queen Sugar. She's also appeared in commercials, as well as numerous TV shows and movies. We hope you enjoyed this dive into how Marvin Gaye and his first wife Anna met, and how they handled their desire to have children, despite the fact that Anna was unable to get pregnant. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and be sure to come back and check out more videos. See you soon.